Hey everyone, it's Tiran again with Anytime Fitness here in Katy on Pin Oak, and we are back with our second part of our three-part series on sleep and about the importance of sleep. So last week we had Austin here. He'll be back next week, but this week we wanted to share with you a little bit more about what sort of things can you do to improve your sleep. Now last week we talked about the importance of sleep, how it can affect you, how positive it is, and the importance of it. This week we're going to talk to you about some of those tips that you can use to make sure you get adequate sleep. So for the audience that we typically cater towards, we know that most of you are adults, and because of that we believe that you need about 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night for you to be able to take advantage of the benefits that sleep provide. Namely in that it resets hormone levels, makes sure that you get good repair from the exercises done the previous day, and basically gets you the rest you need so you have the energy come the following day. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start off with a list of a couple things that you can do in order for you to improve your sleep. So first off, one really important tip is for you to keep your sleep patterns consistent even on the weekends. So if you know that you're going to bed somewhere around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and you're waking up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, but you want to keep that even on the weekends when maybe you're like, oh, I think I want to sleep in. Be careful with sleeping in too much over the weekends, because it can disrupt what's coming up once Sunday is done and then Monday rolls around. Maybe you can limit a little bit that Monday drag time that you feel like when you get up in the morning and you're going off to work and you feel a bit sluggish. So there, be careful, keep those patterns consistent. The next thing is control your exposure to light sources. So I know one bad habit that I have is I like to check my phone before I go to bed. I like to see what emails I have. I like to watch maybe a couple videos, certainly watch some of these videos to see how we're doing. But this can be dangerous because what happens is that as you're exposed to more light, especially direct light, it impacts your melatonin levels, and your melatonin is what helps regulate your sleep patterns. It's a hormone chemical in our body that we need in order for us to get into a normal sleep pattern. And when we have a lot of light exposure, our body thinks that, oh, the sun's up, I should be up, I should be awake, and so that's difficult for our body to deal with. So be careful with having devices like this in your face before you go to sleep. If you can, have a certain time where you basically say, okay, my phone's done. Anything I need to do on my phone, I'm going to do it the next day. And I also need to work on this. So that's one thing, limit your light exposure before you go to sleep. The other one is exercising daily. Now, of course, this is a fitness center and we're all about exercise. So if you need any help there, just come see us. We'll be glad to take you through that. But this can really help in making sure that you physically exerted yourself, that you're tired when you get ready to go to bed. This can be something that certainly is going to give your body a need to have to regenerate itself. So get your exercise done. The fourth one is be smart about what you eat and drink. Now, especially what you drink. Now, we are inundated with drinks that are laden with caffeine, and that is something that when we deal with stimulants, whether it's high sugars or caffeine and these types of things, it's going to impact our sleep patterns, because as we add stimulants, especially later in the day, it's going to have an impact on us. We're not going to feel like we can go to sleep. We're going to feel a lot of angst and anxiety and such, and that's not good for sleeping. So if you can, limit your caffeine intake as you go through the day. Maybe make it a habit that after 12 o'clock or let's say 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, cut the caffeine out. If you can, cut it out altogether and see how you're able to deal with your day. But especially keeping those coffees down through the lighter half of the day, this is very important because this can really impact your sleep. All right. Next one is tip number 5. Is when you do get ready for bed, try to find a way to relax. I mean, not just lay down and try to fall asleep, but try to find a way to wind down. Now, if you talk to people that meditate, they're going to tell you this is super key for them to be able to clear their head, because you know how it is. As we're in our society where we have high pressure jobs, a lot of stress, we're constantly thinking in our heads, how am I going to solve this problem? What is a solution to this? And we're just going and going and going in our brain, and that is difficult for us to be able to just say, woo, pump the brakes, let's go ahead and relax. All right, that's difficult. So if you take the time and you really focus on getting those things out of your head, really thinking about, hey, what's something peaceful? Think about your favorite areas you like to vacation. Think about what is important in your life, your family, your friends. These things can cause a calming thought. This is something that's important in order for you to be able to focus on your sleep. Now, there's many other techniques that are out there. I'd encourage you to search on the web to find out what else you can do in order for you to improve your sleep patterns. But these are some 5 quick tips for you to be able to think about as you get ready for sleep tonight. So I hope you enjoy that's our two-part series, second part of our three-part series on importance of sleep. Next week we'll talk to you about some specific ways that you can sleep. So lying on your side, what sort of things can you do to maximize if you sleep like this? If you sleep on your stomach, what are some things that you can do there? If you sleep on your back, we're going to go through several of these things to be able to sort of wrap up what it is that you need to be doing and thinking about as you get ready to sleep, because we know this is a very, very important part of us and our physical fitness. And there you are. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.